Provitalize's main marketing claims stem from the fact that it contains probiotics. It's supposed to be a quote natural way to lose weight, whatever that's supposed to mean. When people ask me about Provitalize, the underlying question most people should be asking here is, can probiotics help you lose weight? Well, can they? And do the specific probiotics in Provitalize do anything special? Let's take an in-depth look at it for weight loss to see if it's worth your money. See if we can replicate it with a cheaper alternative and give it an overall rating. Probiotics are a type of good bacteria, and there's some evidence that certain probiotic strains are related to obesity and might help with weight loss. But it's not going to be like suppressing your appetite so you eat less and start losing weight right away kind of help. It's more like changing the way you metabolize nutrients so it reduces your risk of developing obesity kind of help. What I mean is that the type of benefits that probiotics typically impart are beneath the surface and not easy to see. They often take effect much slower than most people will be able to notice. These benefits are also highly dependent on the strains that are used, and not all probiotics are created equal. I've looked at which probiotic strains might be best for weight loss in another video before, so if you want a more comprehensive overview of probiotics and weight loss, I'll link the video down below in the description. So what strain is inside Provitalize? Let's take a look at the list of ingredients. Here are the doses per capsule. The recommended dosing is 2 at breakfast, so that's a daily dose of 2 per day. Whenever supplements add ingredients into their product, there are 3 very common issues with many of these ingredients. 1 is that the doses are insufficient. 2 is that the types of extract they use are ineffective and don't contain much of the active compounds. And 3 is that the ingredient itself has not actually shown any beneficial effect in humans. When we analyze these ingredients, we're going to see which one of these issues they have. Let's first take a look at the probiotic ingredients. 68.2 billion CFU isn't bad, but it's in what we call a proprietary blend. Proprietary blends allow supplement companies to avoid listing the exact amount of each ingredient within the blend. Sometimes these blends have special names like probiotic blend or detox mix that will list the ingredients within the blend, but not the doses of each ingredient. You need to be very cautious about proprietary blends. They can list an effective ingredient but only have trace amounts of it, and you wouldn't be able to tell since the dose isn't listed. It shows a lack of transparency and may indicate a desire to hide inferior ingredients or make an ingredient seem like there's more inside than there actually is. This is why it's a good idea to avoid proprietary blends or mixes. What they've done here is combine 3 different probiotic strains together and list one quantity, 68.2 billion CFU. They have failed to list the quantity of each probiotic strain, which is important since you need to get enough of a probiotic strain if you want to gain its benefits. It's like me telling you, I'm going to give you a bunch of pennies and quarters, and there's going to be 25 coins total, but then I don't tell you how much of each coin I give you. It makes a big difference if I give you 24 pennies and 1 quarter, or 1 penny and 24 quarters. Looking at the probiotic strains in Provitalize, we have 3 listed strains. Of the 3, only Lactobacillus gasseri has some evidence that it might actually help some people lose weight. Unfortunately, the effect was typically small and sometimes insignificant, with most people losing maybe an additional pound every month. Bifidobacterium breve and Bifidobacterium lactis don't cause any weight loss by themselves. However, studies found that they have some benefits that supported the health of those with obesity, like helping to improve fat composition or reducing inflammation. But these beneficial effects did not reliably translate to any additional weight being lost. Unfortunately, we cannot say if this supplement will even have the small and sometimes insignificant weight loss that Lactobacillus gasseri may impart, since we don't know how much of that mix is that specific strain. For all we know, 95% of it could be one of the other strains, and we wouldn't even know. Beyond the probiotics, there really isn't anything else in Provitalize that's substantial for weight loss. Turmeric and lecithin have been studied for helping to reduce inflammation or cholesterol levels, things that are related to obesity but aren't going to be helping you lose weight. Even then, the doses used in studies are measured in grams per day. The tiny amounts you're getting in Provitalize aren't going to do anything. For example, there's some weak evidence to suggest that turmeric might help reduce inflammation in those with obesity. However, the effective doses used in those trials were 1,000 milligrams per day or above. The 350 milligrams per day Provitalize provides is just not going to cut it. Moringa and curry leaves are really only known for their traditional uses, meaning that they were used by herbalists and holistic healers back in the day, but currently lack much evidence-based research. Their traditional uses include glucose control and reducing inflammation. There isn't really any evidence that they actually help with those things, so it will be hard to determine their effectiveness, if any. Even then, herbalists typically use 10 to 100 grams of these ground up leaves, not a few hundred milligrams like Provitalize uses. BioPerine is a standardized pepper extract, and in this case, it's used to help improve the absorption of some of the other ingredients, but otherwise it has no therapeutic effects. That being said, these ingredients, albeit not very useful, are relatively safe to use. There aren't any major concerns from any of the listed ingredients, and assuming they don't have any contamination issues or secretly put any illegal ingredients inside, only the probiotics may have some mild effects in people. Probiotics can sometimes cause mild gas and bloating in people who first start taking them, especially at high doses, as their body gets used to having new gut bacteria introduced into their gut. Sometimes it also causes some mild constipation or diarrhea, but it's usually temporary as your body gets used to it. So, is Provitalize effective for weight loss? It's likely not going to be much more effective than any general probiotic supplement. Probiotics mainly help to support healthy weight loss for some people, but are not going to make you lose weight by itself. This means that you shouldn't expect to lose weight by taking Provitalize, nor will it help you to eat less or exercise more. Rather, its effects, if any, will likely be much more subtle, potentially helping to improve your gut flora. Whether it actually helps with your gut will likely depend on your existing gut flora. So if you don't have many gastrointestinal or health issues and eat a healthy diet full of variety, it'll probably have little to no benefits for you. Overall, Provitalize is not much more than an overpriced probiotic. At a cost of $50 per month, Provitalize is pretty expensive. A generic Lactobacillus gasseri probiotic supplement can be purchased closer to $5 a month. And if your main goal is just weight loss, that's probably good enough. But if you wanted to add on another generic multi-strain probiotic, it would be another $10 per month. You could then supplement what Provitalize essentially provides you, but even better, for around $15 a month. Rating Provitalize by effectiveness for weight loss, I'm giving it a D. It basically works like any multi-strain probiotic to support healthy weight loss. It's not really going to help you lose more weight, but may help support your gut during weight loss. Rating it by cost, I'm giving it a D. It can essentially be replicated by getting individual probiotics at a cost approximately 3 to 4 times less. Rating it for safety, I'm giving it a B. Probiotics are relatively safe to take, and any gas and bloating you do experience will likely be mild and temporary. Overall rating, I'm giving a D. I would not recommend it at all. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Young. Do you think it's worth it? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and leave me a like. Hit the notification bell if you want to stay up to date, and share this video with someone you know can use the info.